Hello everyone, it's Larry. This is a video of the 2024 official LEGO Christmas train. When I saw the news of a new official 4-stud wide LEGO train, I knew I just had to get it and make a video of it. And this one looked to be arguably the most impressive one yet. But when it came out, it didn't release the way I'd expected. Rather than just being able to buy it from a shop or from the LEGO website like I did with the high-speed train, it was listed as a gift with purchase, meaning you can only get it as a bonus for buying a much bigger, more expensive set. So, at the time of recording, officially you can't buy it on its own. Well, you're probably wondering why the star is there then and how I have it. I took to Bricklink to see if I could get it there, and you can! I assume Bricklink sellers who buy sets frequently are lumbered with these things. They even sell them cheaper than it's supposed to be worth. So, due to this rather bizarre decision from LEGO, I was forced to buy this set cheaper than it's meant to be, and LEGO themselves got none of that money. Which just seems so strange to me, but anyway. Here's the set. I am actually seeing this for the first time. Wow, this is really cool. A very compact box, all things considered. I suppose that would make sense given it was a pack-in thing. Aha, that wasn't actually the front, that was the back. Here is a look at the front of the box. Of course, I would love this. I mean, goodness me, it's a decently detailed 4-stud wide LEGO train. And oh my gosh, you get these extra bits, which are of course meant to go in the carriage, but that is adorable! I can't wait to build that. I've seen some people on Reddit and in other places discuss this label which says not compatible with LEGO tracks, which is not entirely true, but I can see why they put that there. I bought it from a seller, but it is technically new, so I've got to take these bits off. I should really have a more elegant way of doing this, but goodness, it's looking like it's very well packed. Well, maybe not as... oh wow, no. It's wedged in there, I swear. There we go. 3 numbered bags. Incredible. And is that 2 instruction sets? It is. Feels strange. I mean, they're incredibly thin. I don't know why there are 2, but okay, well, without further ado, let's get building, shall we? Already I'm seeing some interesting pieces in the first bag. A load of these 2x2 pearl gold, I believe, plates. And yes, of course, the red versions of these, which have been used in the past. The big red wheels have been used a fair bit, but the small ones are apparently new to this set. And as of this video, there is only one other set that has them, which is Super Mario World, Mario and Yoshi. Of course, I have done a whole video about the other 4-wide LEGO trains, so it's nice that we get a brand new one that is of this scale. Oh, and some squeaky clean brand new. Oh, you can see all the colour in that, I love it. I can't fight my urge to sort everything, so... Then it was building time. And then it was done. And here we are, the finished build. I find it incredibly charming, and of course, I love this thing. I mean, it's a 4-wide train, you know, it's my whole thing on this channel. The scariest thing about when I first saw this set is that this boiler design was pretty much the same design or techniques that I used in the Gordon build, which isn't even out yet, and I first designed months and months ago. And there's just an awful lot that looks so right about this that I really like. I incredibly love the cowcatcher technique, how it's a bunch of flag pieces clipped on. I love that you've got the small wheels and the big wheels for variation. It just looks so good. And something I love a lot as well, which is something I really like to do in my builds, is that you don't have a lot of studs showing. It's basically all flat. You know, you've got the flat roof, flat this. They've even bothered to put in a nice flat running board, which is just lovely. This gold leaf, so interesting to me, and I love this bar clipped onto the side. It just gives it so much detail. And speaking of detail, you don't even need it, but oh my gosh, you have a window and you can see the dials inside the cab. That is just so cool. And you even have a cab window that's completely open on the side, just like steam trains of this era would be. It's just so well thought, and you have these
bits on the side that I'm sure my commenters are going to tell me what they're actually called. I didn't even see that there was steam, you know, in the bottom box. And then I thought, hang on, what's this weird smoke piece? And even what I assume are ladder pieces for the cab. Very, very clever and lovely. And it continues the nice green and gold livery for the rest of the carriages, of which I believe this is supposed to be the train's tender. It makes sense. It very much feels like the engine's tender. However, it's not full of coal or anything that can actually power the train, it's full of presents. Well, I say that. People have tried to power steam trains with just about anything, and it's possible that they chuck these presents into the fire. It's not very in the spirit of Christmas, though. Also, there wouldn't be much way for them to do that because the back is blocked off. But that's a nitpick. And yeah, just the amount of unnecessary details that they did put in, they did go the extra mile for, I really love. Like the gold bar, like the gold leaves. Like all these lights and all these bits on the front. Not to mention the consistent present motif with these blue and gold presents. And even this tree, which has a little turntable so it can spin. Don't ask me why, but it can do that. And yes, this is just an adorable set, and I love the detail it's got. If you compare it to small-scale trains of Lego's past, I mean, the difference in detail and scale is astronomical, really. So what don't I like about it? To be really nitpicky, you've only really got the tender and then one, I guess, wagon carrying presents in the tree. You know, perhaps a passenger carriage could have been there, but for the length of train that you get, for how much it's worth, absolutely fine. The only other thing is just a general problem I have with Lego small-scale trains, which I've talked about before, and it's their lack of incorporating tracks that they have made before which would work with these trains in a system that would be good for it. But no, they simply prefer to just make these trains on their own, write that they don't work with track on the box, and call it a day. And I think that's a real shame. So I'm going to put this on Lego Track. Now these tracks are from Trixbricks. I get comments asking that on every video, but you can take these official Lego rails, put two of them together and achieve the same effect. Of course, not designing them to actually work on tracks means they don't design them to work on curves either, so they can only go down straights. And let me tell you, it is a lot easier to design a bigger engine if it doesn't need to do turns. So I suppose they took every advantage they could get. My closing feelings for this set, I'm sort of tied because I absolutely love and adore this set for what it is. But what it isn't just confuses me. Because again, we could have a whole track system that this could work for. But Lego just says no. And also, I mean, I'm just baffled that this isn't its own set you could just buy on the Lego website or in a shop. Why is it only a pack-in? It feels like such a waste to me. I feel like there definitely is a demographic of people who would casually see this in a shop or want to buy it online, and they've just completely shut out that demographic. This is only really made aware to people who end up lumbered with it, and I'm just like, why? Why, Lego? Why? But oh well. If that means those of us who are really interested in it can get it at a discounted price, well, so be it.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a Merry Christmas or whatever you celebrate, if you're watching around the time this releases. And hello again to my loyal fans, I'm finally back on this channel. If you've missed my community posts, they explain why I took a break. Be sure to follow me on Instagram or Patreon for updates. And Gordon is coming next. And before I go, I give a huge thank you to my Patreons who supported me throughout the hiatus. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.